I ever wish you had a personal assistant who just texts you exactly what the market was doing the moment it opened? Today we are moving beyond the standard notification. We are building our own Telegram market bot. It's not just a price alert. It's a full visual report with tables and charts that hits your phone at 9:30 a.m. sharp. We are going to use Python and Google Colab for development and testing, and GitHub Actions to make it run 24/7, even when your laptop is asleep. Let's get into it. First, let's look at our bot inside Google Colab. I've divided the entire code into 5 different sections. In first section, we'll import all our different libraries. Finance will help us to get the stock price data. Pandas will help us to read it in Python. Matplotlib will help us to make interesting plots. Request library will help us to post the request to Telegram bots. OS library to help us read Python environment variables. And datetime to get the current date information. So we'll just run this cell. Now all our libraries are imported. Next, we'll go to the fetch live data section. In this section, we'll first define all the different stock symbols for which we want the data. Let's say here I've given some ETF trackers for Nifty, Gold, and Silver. Now we will iterate over all those tickers and make a ticker object from the Finance library. From this ticker object, we can extract any history of that stock. So here I'm just giving a period of 1 day, so I just want the current date's stock price and the close column to get the last price. ilog -1 will fetch the last row of that price data. Next, I'm removing .ns from the name, so when I'm making the message for the Telegram bot, I will have some clean names, and then I'm appending both the name and the price in this data list. Next, we'll use a pandas library to make a data frame for this table, using which we'll be able to plot the data and also get the charts. At the end, we have df.head, which will help us to preview the data frame. So let's run this cell. So it will fetch the live prices and it will give us the final data frame. Next, in plot section, we'll make some simple plot for these prices. So first, I'm making a figure in which I'll make the plot. Then I'm using the PLT, which is Matplotlib library, to make a bar plot, and I'm defining some colors like gold will have yellow color, silver will have gray color. Then I'm defining the title for the plot. Here I'm using f-string formatting in Python, which will help us to evaluate variables defined inside curly braces. So I'm doing this to dynamically change the string basis the current date. So from datetime library, I'm getting the current date and I'm formatting it in a year, month, date format. Next, I'm labeling the y label as price. Then I'm also adding a price label on top of bar. So I'll just run this cell and you will see the preview. So here you see we have the label of the price above the bars. So first I will get the height of the bar, and then I will add a text. So for that, I will first get the x position, which will be the x coordinate of the bar, plus half of the width of the bar. And for the y value, I'm just giving the height of this bar plus 1, so it is just on top of the bar. Then for the value of this text, I'm just again giving the height of this bar because it is exactly the same as the price of the stock. Again, I'm using F formatting to dynamically allocate the bar height. I'm aligning the text as center and vertical alignment is bottom to have the text just above the bar. At the end, we are saving this figure as chart.png, so when you run this cell, you will see in the file section you will get a chart.png. In next section, I want to make a message, so in addition to chart, we will also have a text message in our Telegram bot. So first, I'm making the start of the message, which will be live market data, and I'm also adding 2 new line characters to add some 2 blank lines after this line. Next, I'm iterating over the data frames that we have made earlier. I'm iterating over all the rows, and then I'm making the message that first we will have the stock name and then it will have the price. Again, the stock name I'm enclosing in double star to make it bold. So we'll run this cell. So next we'll be sending this message and chart to Telegram bot. In order to do that, we first need to make our bot. So for that, we'll move to Telegram. So just go to Google and search for Telegram. Go to Telegram web. It will ask you for a mobile login. So just go to a mobile Telegram app, make a new account, and in your connected devices, just scan this QR code so you will connect to the Telegram app. So once you log in, you will see a screen like this. Just search bot father in the search menu. Click on bot father, click on start. And now to create your own bot, just type /new bot, press enter. Now it will ask a name for the bot. Let's say I enter stocks bot, press enter. Now it will ask for a username for the bot. So this username should be unique, so I'll just add Ray Codes _ and it should also end in bot, so I'll just write bot in small, then press enter, and now our bot is created. We just need to copy our token ID. Just keep it secure because as the bot father says, it can be used by anyone to control your bot. Here you will see the link to your bot. Just click on this and click on start. So now your bot is initiated. So now we have a token ID for our bot. Next thing what we will need is a chat ID token as well. So for that, just go to the search menu, type user info bot, click on this user info, click on start, and you will get this ID. So this ID will be used to get a chat. So again, just copy it and keep it secure. So now we are back at Google Colab. We will just enter both the tokens that we have copied previously in the secrets tab. To access it, just go to secrets, add new secret, name the first token as Telegram bot token, and the value as the first value that we copied. So I'll just paste it here. Then I will add the second secret, which I'll name it as Telegram chat ID, and I will paste the second value that we copied. So we are adding these in secrets instead of hard coding them because we have to keep them secure. So once you share this notebook anywhere or upload it to GitHub, these secrets will not be uploaded there. So in GitHub, instead of using the collab secrets, we'll use GitHub secrets. So as you can see here, I'm importing user data from Google Colab. I'm first getting the Telegram bot token and I'm saving it in the Python environment as the same variable Telegram bot token. Next, I'm importing the chat ID and I'm saving it in the Python environment. I'll just run this cell. So the notebook will ask for the access. So just grant access and you will see the notebook access will be granted for both our secrets. So once both the secrets are saved in Python environment, we can run this cell. So this cell is first getting the Telegram bot token from the environment. Then it is getting the chat ID and saving it in this variable. Then to make the API call to the Telegram, I'm defining a base URL, which is the Telegram API URL. And in the bot, we need to give our bot token. Again, I'm using fstring to evaluate this variable. So this variable will be fetched from the Python environment. Next, I'm using the request library to post our request to the Telegram API. So we just need to define the URL, give the send message command. So first we need to send our text message. So first we need to give our chat ID. Then we are giving the text message. So I'm just defining text and giving it our message. And the parse mode, I'm defining it as markdown, just so that the Telegram can evaluate the bold and italics formatting that we did earlier. Again, I'm making a request from the request libraries, giving the same URL and now giving a send photo command. In the data section, we have the chat ID again. And in the file section, I'm giving a photo. So once this cell is run, you can again go to our Telegram web. So now we have got both the text message as well as the chart. So now we have set up the bot and we also have a Python script that can run on backend and send the messages to our bot. The only thing left is the scheduling part. For that, let's go to GitHub. So here I am on github.com. I'll just click on create new repository. So name your repository as you wish. Let's say I write rc_docsbot, which is available. Choose the visibility as private. Scroll down and click on create repository. So now our repository is created. Next step is to add the files. So again, go to Google Colab, click on file, download as .py. The code in Google Colab is in notebook format. In order to execute it in some other environment, you need it in a Python file. So just click on downloads and open your file. Just one change we need to do. In Google Colab, we were getting the secrets from the secrets tab, which we don't need to do in GitHub because we will enter those secrets in GitHub secrets menu. So just scroll down and remove these three lines. So we'll save our file, then go to GitHub, then upload an existing file, choose your files and select your Python file. And scroll down and click on commit changes. Next, we need to also add another file, which is requirements. In Google Colab, all the libraries are automatically installed, but in other environments, you need to enter a requirements file with your required libraries. So it installs it first and then you can import them. So I'll go on add file and click on create new file, name it as requirements.txt, and in contents, I will just add the list of libraries that we need. Then click on commit changes and again click on commit changes. So now we have both the files ready in our GitHub repository. Next, we also need to add our Telegram tokens in the secrets. So just go to settings, scroll down, click on secrets and variables and actions, click on new repository secret, and again give the same name and value as we have given in the Google Colab. So Telegram bot token and the value, and click on add secret, then add another secret, name Telegram chat ID and give the chat ID that you copied. Then click on create. So our code files are ready and our secrets are also set up. Last step is to schedule our tasks. So for that, move to the actions menu, click on set up a workflow yourself. Then we'll add a sample YAML code to set up a GitHub cron job. So I'll paste the code here. You don't need to worry about it too much. We are first setting up the environment, then setting up the Python, installing the dependencies, and running the script using the environment variables as our GitHub secrets. Only part to worry about is these first two lines. In first line, we are defining the time and the frequency at which we want to run the job. So here you need to give the time in UTC format. Let's say if you want to run the job at 9:30 a.m. IST, just go to Google and convert it into a UTC format. So you see here 9:30 a.m. IST is 4 a.m. UTC. So to define the time, we first need to give the minute and then the hour. And then 1 to 5 means I need to run it from Monday to Friday only because that's when the stock market is open. Next, I've also added a workflow dispatch line. This will help us to manually run the action just to test it. I'll put a link in the description for a GitHub repo in which you can find all of these codes so you don't need to manually type. So once you're set up according to you, just go on top and click on commit changes. Then again click on commit changes. So our workflow is ready. It will run at 9:30 a.m. in morning every day. Just keep in mind it can be delayed by 10 to 15 minutes as the servers can get busy. If you see such lags, one short trick is to set up your workflow at a non-prime hour, let's say 9:24 a.m., 9:27 a.m. because most users will set up their workflow at 9, 9:15, 9:30, etc. So if you want to manually test it, just go to Actions tab. Your workflow will appear here, and to manually run it, you can just click on Run Workflow and Run Workflow button. So you see workflow run was successfully requested, and you will see your workflow running here. So it will take some 30-40 seconds to install the library, set up the environment, and then to run the file. So now it has executed successfully. If we go to Telegram again, we'll see another message. So we have received another message with the price history as well as the chart, and that's it. Now you have a fully automated market reporter in your pocket. In next video, we'll be adding more features like news aggregators, AI sentiment sentiments, volume spike checkers, just to get a detailed stock market report. All the codes used in the video are in GitHub link in description. Follow the channel for more Python and AI automations.